Iron Hands can be counted amongst the Imperium's most relentless defenders. They are driven by the desire for cold, emotionless perfection, to cast off weakling flesh, and to embrace the unyielding fortitude of the machine. In this video, we'll be showing you how to paint a Space Marine Terminator in the colours of the cold and logical Iron Hands. We'll be painting efficiently, so you'll be able to get your Terminators ready to defend the Imperium on the battlefield in no time. By following this guide, you can easily transfer these techniques shown to any other Iron Hands in your collection. You'll have a whole army ready before you know it. If you're new to painting, you can check out the Citadel Colour Painting Essentials videos to learn all about paints and techniques. The paints we've used are on the screen right now. These are the colours of the Iron Hands, but remember, you can paint your miniatures however you like. Also on the screen now is the extra equipment we've used, but you can use whatever brushes you're most comfortable with. The first thing we need to do is undercoat our model, and for this we've chose Chaos Black, as the armour is mostly black and it will help us get the colour that we want. You'll also need a pot of Abaddon Black to hand. This will help us out if we need to tidy up any mistakes later on. We'll start by painting over the whole model in Abaddon Black. We're doing this now as the finish from the pot is slightly different to the spray, and it's easier to tidy up any mistakes and match the colours perfectly. One thin coat should be plenty to change the finish of the colour, so you don't have to worry about the coverage or how messy you are. Next we'll use Iron Hand Steel for the weapons, piping, chest eagle and the power fist. We'll apply multiple thin layers, building up the metallic shine over these details. If you do smudge any of this colour onto the black armour, you can always tidy up after it's dry with Abaddon Black. After you're finished with this paint, it's best to change the paint water, so we don't get any metallic flakes into the rest of our colours. Once we've changed our paint water, we'll paint the bolter casing in Corex White. Just like with our other base paints, we'll be applying a few thinner coats to fully cover over the metallics. Just try and be neat if you can, but if you do smudge any into the silver bolter, you can always tidy up with our last colour. With the white dry, we can move on to painting the Crux Terminatus with Zandri Dust. A couple of thin coats will be enough to fully cover over the black undercoat. But just be careful around the edges, as we don't want to get any of this colour onto the armour or other details. But if you do, you can tidy back up with the previous colours, just depending on the area. Next we'll apply Corn Red to any lenses and wax seals. Just use the smallest brush you have and make sure that the paint is thin. We can always apply a couple of thin coats over that black undercoat. Corn Red is a nice dark colour, so it works perfect for the Iron Hands style. But if you want a brighter red, you could always use Mephiston Red instead. Now we'll paint the parchment with Wraithbone. This might be only one or two small details, so it won't take too long, but just make sure you avoid any of the details already painted, and make sure that the paint dries smoothly. With all those paints fully dry, we can apply Nuln Oil in two ways. We'll use it straight out of the pot to cover the Iron Hand Steel details. Then we'll thin down the shade with a drop of water, then apply it over the Crux Terminatus, the Corn Red details, the bolter casing and the Wraithbone parchment. Now we'll highlight that black armour with Eshin Grey. We'll thin down the paint and use our small layer brush for this job. Make sure you gently twist the bristles so you get a point on your brush. This really helps with controlling the amount of paint we apply. The Iron Hands don't think flashy armour gets them any results, so this colour works really well for their logical, cold but clean black armour. And to finish off, we'll apply a small highlight of Stormhose Silver to the Power Fist, Bolter and the Chest Eagle. Just like before, we want to make sure our brush is pointed and our paint is thin. You don't have to highlight everything, just the most visible edges. And there we are, your Iron Hands Terminator is now complete, ready to purge the heretics on the battlefield. You can now go base your model and apply any relevant transfers. We've used the Grelin Badlands to base our miniature, and if you'd like to learn more about technical paints, we've got a video all about them. For more tutorials, tips and tricks, check out citadelcolour.com or head to your local Warhammer store where our amazing staff will be happy to help you. Well, we hope you enjoyed this video and we'll see you next time. Bye bye!